tractor engine's getting ready to roll. Gonna cruise on my bike now, music to the soul. Kickstand up, boots are best. Ain't gonna touch down till the road comes to rest. We're riding country roads, enjoying the day. We're riding for the love of the US of A. So catch a cycle fever, don't let it slip away. So catch a cycle fever, don't let it slip away. We're rocking the blues, it's a bike away. Yeah, the bike away.
Go to ME1.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then put 2 on your side. There you go. Wow.
Was that the ending?
Yeah, that was the ending. Everybody, Clyde's back there. He wanted to start off with the ending. I don't mind. Clyde, that was good.
Hey, it was the first one on there, and it said opening, but that wasn't the ending.
No, you started off with the opening, and then it went to the ending. I don't know how you did it.
Something is weird because it went to the second one. We got to check that first one.
Okay.
So
whatever. We're live now, so I want to welcome everybody.
That's all that matters.
That's right. I want to welcome everybody to CFTV North, the sister of Cycle Fever TV Orlando. Of course, we're better than they are, but that's just another question,
That's
right?
naturally.
Yes.
Naturally.
And what we do up here is we like to go around and do different things and kind of show what's going on in the North Georgia and North Carolina area. And so we got a pretty good show tonight. As a matter of fact, the first thing that I have a tough time with this one, Clyde. It took me, I'm going to say about minimum 10 tries to say 2 wheels of suches. I could not get the suches out.
2 wheels of suches, 2 wheels of suches, 2 wheels of suches.
It was awful. I mean, I don't know, I just couldn't.
Can you do it now?
I just did. I ain't doing it
Do it
again. Hey, 2 wheels of suches.
All right. Okay.
So anyhow, a week ago they had a, what do I want to call it? They had a swap meet. So I went over there on Friday and I filmed, and I ran into some really cool people there. The first group we're going to see tonight came in from Rome, Georgia. And
So is this a 2-parter?
well, next week is going to be the second part.
Okay.
All right, but there was 5 of them. 4 of them rented a cabin. The 5th guy decided he wanted to sleep in a tent. Well, he's the one that I interviewed. He spent one night in the tent.
Yeah, it's pretty humid right now.
So
yeah,
it's kind of cute on how he decided. Yeah, I think I got myself a cabin.
I don't think I'd want to sleep in a tent right now. Anyhow, I'm seeing too many bears.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the other thing. Now, you know how much rain we had, and we had some high waters and stuff. Well, you'll see in this video, he put his tent right next to the creek. Now, maybe in Rome, Georgia, it doesn't flood, but we get a lot of rain here in the mountains.
Didn't Rome flood?
I have no idea.
Somebody flooded pretty bad this time.
I know they did in Tennessee.
Maybe it was Helen? I don't remember.
Oh, Helen did flood.
Yeah,
yes.
Helen flooded.
Helen flooded.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we went to 2 wheels. We got some great little video there. Next week, you're going to see me getting this old body up on a dual scrambler bike. And the guy that owned it was about my height. And he had a little rock underneath it.
What's a dual scrambler bike?
You can drive it on the road or take it in the mountains, but it's usually fairly high up, so it can clear the rocks and stuff.
All right.
So he's got it on this little rock. And he says, well, you got to step on the peg and then swing your leg over. And I'm thinking, oh, God, it's going to slip off this rock. I'm going to be buried under this bike. Anyhow, it was a new BMW. It worked out. We'll see that next week.
So you've already ridden it?
I didn't ride it. I sat on it.
Okay.
Yeah. If I rode it, I would still be riding it. you know, and Linda was in the car. She wasn't too happy with me. But anyhow, that was 2 wheels. And then you and I went to the car auction.
Yeah.
And the very first one is the car auction with the auctioneer going completely bananas. Like, I was afraid to touch my nose because I was afraid I'd buy something.
I was afraid too. I was trying to keep my hands down, but man, you get itches.
Yeah, you gotta go, hey, right there.
I know, and the more you try to keep your hands down, the more something up here itches. And we had sweat running off. So you want to wipe sweat off your face. But I was afraid to do it because I didn't want to buy a car. It was crazy.
Now, you're going to see a Volkswagen that's in there.
Huh?
That Volkswagen was bought earlier in the day and put in the auction and sold for $4,000 more than the guy paid for it on the lot.
That's a quick turn, isn't it?
It was. Why don't you and I got to learn how to do this stuff?
Yeah, how come we can't do that?
I don't know. And then, of course, we'll break for a commercial. And then we're going back to the car auction. But this one is where you and I went outside and we filmed all the cars that were out there.
Okay.
So that's that one.
Did we get that one that was like 175 feet long?
Oh, that's going to be in the opening.
Okay, good.
The Cadillac, the black Cadillac.
I still, we saw those cars when we were younger, but now when you see them now, they just go on forever.
It's almost like there's a stretch Cadillac and they shaved the door handles and everything else. It was like that, pretty wild. And
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Then we're going to go to the Shiloh. I call it the military park. It's also I think it's a national park.
Where's that at?
It's in Tennessee.
Okay.
And this was a while ago with Bill and I. And I'll tell you more of the story after we run it.
Okay.
It was. Did you ever get someone telling you a story and the hairs on your arm and your neck stand up and kind of get like, "Whoa, I don't want to be here"?
Only bear stories late at night.
Okay.
Or spider story. I don't like spiders.
All right. Well, he was talking about the battle, and then he was talking about the bloody pond, and we're driving by the bloody pond, and it was almost like somebody was watching me.
Your son's calling. You want to take it?
Which one is it?
Kevin?
No.
Okay, we'll call him later.
Sorry, Kev.
Sorry, Kevin. We'll call you later.
Yeah. So anyhow, that was what's going on, and then we're going to close with the rodeo, and that's not a very long one, but they had the rodeo this weekend, and you and I did the rodeo.
Is it the same little clip you had yesterday or the day before?
I think it was yesterday.
With all the kids?
Yes. I just wanted to get the muddy shoes.
I love that, man. That's awesome.
So, yeah, next year they should have one for like old farts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, can you imagine like you and me and like the old guys
Running
running after those cows?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I hold the carrot out to see if he'd come to me, something, I don't know.
Oh yeah, have some stuff in your pocket or something, maybe a cow
Here, baby, come on.
a little sugar or something, I don't know.
Or have a kid go chase them to us, one of the two.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's going to be our show tonight. So you want to go and, this would be in DVR1 just to help you out. It should be 2 wheels of so there I go.
Come on, do it,
2 wheels of suches.
There you go.
Suches.
You ready for it?
I'm ready.
I went to 2 wheels of suches, and I thought I'd give you a little information about it. It's a motorcycle campground. They have a restaurant, they have a lounge, they have a great Facebook page also. You can give them a call if you're looking for information. It's 706-973-1671. We did a couple interviews while we were there, and I got to tell you, it is a great little place if you own a motorcycle and you want a place to spend the night.
James Justice.
Tell me a little bit about what you're doing here.
We rode up from Rome, Georgia, me and 5 other buddies. We're going to ride Helen. We're going to do Blood Mountain, 180, 75, have a good time, hang out.
How many days you here for?
4.
4 days?
4 days, yeah.
And I see you're camping?
I was, but I got a room. I got me a cabin. One night of camping, that was it.
We did this. We used to be, when we go on the road, we spend 2 nights in a tent, and then we spend 2 nights in a hotel, or motel, I should say, or a cabin somewhere.
Yeah.
We went from basically Orlando to Tacoma, Washington, and we had a great time. So who's your buddy over here?
That's Mr. Lovell.
How are you? Caught you drinking, huh?
I'm good. How are you?
Orange juice in the morning, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, the hair of the dog that bit me.
That's right. And you from Rome also?
I am.
Okay, great. And you the one that got the room for him?
No, but we talked him into talking about how nice we slept and didn't get woke up by the sun beaming down on us.
So you going to Helen today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Whoever
Yeah.
gets motivated. He owns a roofing company. We're all.
Oh, is that your place over there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
We're all together.
All right, well, I'll go shoot it and put it on the program for you. How's that?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, what do y'all drive? I'll start with you.
I got a 2017 Z900.
2010 Harley Road King.
You don't want to include me. I don't have a bike. It's that little 250 Honda.
You got a little Honda Rebel too.
That's all right. It got you here, right?
Yeah, I got me here.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great time. Enjoy yourself and be safe.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
While I was at Two Wheels of Suches, I met Eddie, Scott, Laura, and John. We'll interview them next week.
I'm Eddie Woodard. I'm from Springville, Alabama. This is Scott
6
Cornelius.
seconds.
I'm Scott Cornelius. I'm from Baker, Florida.
Laura Armstrong.
John.
All right, that was it. 2 Wheels of Suches.
You did it.
Suches,
I'm
suches,
so proud of
suches.
you.
It's such a great day.
Such as it is.
It's such as it is. Anyhow, those are some really cool people. And at the end, the ones that you saw, I think it was Eddie and Laura and John, and I forgot the other guy's name. But anyhow, they'll be on next week, and they got me on BMW dually, so it was interesting. And I still can't believe I got on and got off without getting killed.
I can't believe you did it. Hey, while we're on motorcycles, I got you something.
Uh-oh.
No, this is cool. Okay, I was looking for a Sasquatch on Amazon or the interweb, and just trying to find something to go with our Blue Ridge Sasquatch team logo and stuff like that. Looking for a USB thumb drive, but I did find a cool motorcycle for you. Look at this.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look at it. Open it up. You got a little.
Oh, is it a thumb drive?
Yeah, a little 32 gig thumb drive.
You come up with the neatest stuff. I'm gonna have to hang with you.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's funny. I'm trying to think now. Kevin Payne. I gave him, the key that we have, that we use as a thumb drive, a USB drive.
Yeah.
At the rodeo, he comes up to me and he says, "How do you work that key?" I said, "Kevin,
Old people.
put it in as a USB." Oh, that's cool.
Damn old people.
So hopefully,
Okay, I found one for me too. It's a USB thumb drive, and it's an actual thumb. And so it's a thumb, and you just plug the thumb in the computer. So it looks like a thumb is hanging out the side of your computer. It's awesome. So I've got that one on order for me.
All right. Well, we'll have to get that. Oh, talking about what you got for you. I hear you got a new dog named Max.
We did. We rescued his black lab, mostly black lab and part border collie. So man, he's a super. And we had to get something laid back because we haven't got that little 9.4 pound Italian greyhound.
That dog weighs how much?
9.4 pounds.
That dog weighs all of 9 pounds?
Yeah.
I didn't think he weighed that much.
She's been bulking up, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she had a couple
To take
of
out the
tweaks.
bears.
Yeah, to take on the bears. So, yeah, and she's a nervous Nelly, kind of a scary dog, so I needed something really laid back. And this dog he's big and stout, but he's laid back, and so it's been working out really good so far. And we got him Saturday, so we've had him, what, 3 days now, and
Yeah,
so far so good.
outstanding.
Never
But
did.
you actually got him Sunday, just so you know.
I got him.
You went to the fair Saturday with me.
I
Oh, no, we didn't. We went on Friday.
We went Friday, so I got him
You did
Saturday.
get him Saturday.
Because I was gonna get him Sunday.
Did you go to Such's to get him?
I did not go to such as to get him.
Okay.
I went to Blue Ridge. I can say Blue Ridge.
Good.
So yeah, that's very cool. We got a big dog now at our house. Now that we live out in the mountains, I got me a mountain dog. Because we had bear number 5 come by, I think it was yesterday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you and I had been back out there working on the rock,
We'd have been in trouble,
we
huh?
would have been right out there with another bear.
You need
Crazy.
to start putting some clips together, and we'll put it on the air so people can see what you're talking
Okay, I
about.
got him on the phone. We just got to figure out how to.
After the
get
show
him-
tonight, I'll figure a way to get it
Yeah,
on.
we'll have to work on that later.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
work on that.
Put some
Um,
bear pictures up here.
Yeah, some big bears. We went to that car auction. It's a good thing you and I didn't have a lot of money, or any money in there.
I wish we did. They have some cool stuff.
Oh, they did. And like I was telling you, you'll see that, I think it was green, that little green Volkswagen with the skirt on it and all of that.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't believe it. I wasn't in there when it came through. You were filming at that point, and I was outside.
I don't
But
remember it.
But when I went to the Memory Lane Car Museum,
Right?
one of the guys there was telling me that was a big hit. That was one of the higher paid cars for some reason. I didn't think Volkswagen.
I think Volkswagens and the old Volkswagen buses are a very big item. Because people love that old nostalgia
Yep.
from the 70s, I guess, 60s, 70s.
Well, anyhow, that was that. So, what do you say we go to the car auction number 1, and then we'll talk a little bit about it when it's over.
That sounds like a great idea.
I like that plan.
Well, Clyde and I went to the Memory Lane car auction. There were some beautiful cars there. So Clyde and I went around and shot some cars. So sit back and enjoy the car auction.
It is the 2008 Roush 428R. They only made 200. 200 in the world. It's a 5-speed, 435 horsepower. Here we go. The Cat in the Hat Mustang.
My check, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000 better. We're gonna find out. I like the style. 40,000, 30,000. Can we get 30,000 or 30,000 or 30,000? Tell me about the mile. 24,005. Then we get 24,500. Then we get, you started, you better finish it now. 24,500. Then we get 24,500. Then 24,500. Then 24,500.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the 1974 Chevy, the Cheyenne Super 10.
Oh, boy, she's a baby doll like a truck. Here we give 30,000. Here we give 30,000. 30,000. Look at that truck good. Now 30,000. 30,000. 20,000. 20,000. 10,000. 12,500. 10,000. 12,500. 12,500. 10,000. 12,500. 10,000. 12,500.
All right, we're going to do that. We're going to go back to 1955. 1955 Chevy truck. It's a step side. I don't have the information on the power plant, but we'll be glad to lift the hood for you. Get on up here and take a look. Love the step side trucks. And remember, 1955. What a beautiful year, beautiful model, and very, very collectible. Hey, Danny, we got ourselves a 2012 Laguna Seca Boss 302. 444 horsepower, only 750 made, 6-speed, 1,200 miles on this amazing Laguna Seca Boss 302 Mustang. 1956 Chevrolet coming up next. Beautiful car. You can see it's been done right. I'm going to tell you about the brake work. Look at the beautiful chrome on this car. All the moldings. Everything is not only correct, but new. Look at the bumpers. Very, very nice. And the interior, as good as it gets. Get on up and take a look. And by the way, where's Kate at? Let's bring up the 1976, the bicentennial year Ford 4-wheel drive. This is an F100 Buick GS California. Buick GS California is a super rare GM product. It is, of course, a big block car. Please get up and take a look at the GS California. You have an opportunity right here to own something that I promise you, maybe 3 or 4 in the whole state of Georgia. Here we go. Here's the 1961 Volkswagen, beautiful Beetle. How often do you see this with the luggage rack, folks? with the fender wells. Get up here and take a look. Beautiful 1961 Volkswagen. 1939 Ford Custom Deluxe Coupe. Second 1939 Ford we have offered today. Tastefully restored in 1950s hot rod theme, which I love with the wheels. This 1939 Custom is powered by which is the only one signed by Richard and Kyle, because that was Kyle's number in NASCAR. That's a Ford Racing 2015 Roush 627 horsepower TVS 2300 blown Mustang. 13 in the entire United States. And here you are, where are we again? What's the name of this town? Young Harris, Georgia. And there's one of 13 right here. 2,174 miles on the turbo slingshot. Thank you, sir. 1941 Mercury, and I'm going to tell you right now, the paint is absolutely exquisite, and it does have a V8. Keep buying those tickets. We'll see you at the concert, and here we go.
Well, look here, one. Somebody get $40,000 for. He's going to get 40,000 here. He's going to be 40. 40 back, and 40,000. He's going to be 40. He's going to get 20,000
miles on this beautiful Thunderbird, ladies and gentlemen. Power steering, absolutely beautiful, with a V8 and the portal convertible top.
Where you at?
Have we looked at this Thunderbird? Roll it away.
Wow, that was, you and I were talking during the clip there, and first of all, I don't know if I could be an auctioneer. I mean, I could talk fast, but I
don't understand that guy.
There was one car there, I wasn't sure somebody bought it for $11,000 or $21,000. I don't know if he was trying to get them to $21,000.
You know how I call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a sweaty brow, I did this, and then I don't know what he said. And all I know is I own a car that I owe like $21,000. I know what happened.
But they had some pretty neat stuff there at the auction. They had a beautiful boat. They had a hovercraft. They had that old Cadillac out there that was there forever. What you looking at?
Say so.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which is real loud. I'm going to turn it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, good. Now we won't have everybody blowing off the air going, we gotta get rid of these
Oh,
guys.
I can hear it. Sorry about that.
So anyhow, really, some really neat, beautiful cars.
That Volkswagen?
Yeah.
I forgot, I just saw it again. I forgot how cool that Volkswagen looked with the fender skirts and with that rack on the top and the colors on the inside. No wonder that was the hit of the car auction.
You surprised us what some cars go for. You know, you and I were not really, up on what cars are, the older cars, and then all of a sudden you see something come in like that, and it's like, they got how much for it? It's
you mean like too much or?
Yeah. Well, some of the cars that I thought were underpriced or sold underpriced, but some of them I didn't think would go as high as they did, and they did go very high.
How much was that little red coupe that I like?
Red coupe.
Was that like the 41,000?
Yeah.
And I actually thought that was a pretty good price for a. Yeah. Man, it was a beautiful little coupe, man.
Well,
hot rod.
You trade it in your motorhome. What the heck? You might as well get the coupe.
When's the next car up?
I'm not telling you because I'm sure that somebody else would be a little upset.
Yeah, my management team.
Yeah.
The female portion of the management.
The other half of
Yeah, that would be bad.
The Daring family.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I bought a little red.
For 41,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll go. It's very
pocket
simple.
change.
To you, it is. Yes.
Oh
yeah. Anyhow, great time. We're going to get to see part 2 right after you run this commercial.
We are going to run a commercial. I just got to hit this button right. I hope that's a commercial.
What's next in line? You got it.
We opened March of 2019, both me and my husband. Our favorite sandwich. This is the Hitchhiker. It's on Italian garlic herb bread with smoked ham and provolone. The Rambler, also an Italian garlic herb bread with smoked ham, smoked turkey, and cheddar cheese. The Hobo, it's a fried bologna with mustard and white bread. Crowd pleaser is the Nomad. It is smoked ham, smoked turkey, pepperoni, salami, banana peppers, and pepper jack cheese on an Italian garlic herb bread.
As a NASCAR Hall of Fame driver, I appreciate the best. The best engineering, the best design, the best experience. That's why I ride a Harley, and that's why I wear a hog watch. Simple to install, the hog watch actually is my key fob. With style and precision, the hog watch lets me get on and ride. Hog watch. Freedom never looks so good.
When builders around this area need landscaping, they turn to Tough Turf Incorporated. Why? Because Tough Turf has been providing landscaping, irrigation, lawn maintenance, and lighting to residential and commercial builders and even homeowners associations for more than 20 years. As a family-owned business, we take great pride in making sure our employees approach each and every job with an exceptional level of experience, quality, and integrity. Tough Turf. When it comes to landscaping, nobody's tough.
When the road calls, we answer with our guaranteed value, unparalleled service and expertise, and savings of $264 on average. Haggerty has you covered no matter what's around the bend. Get a quote today at Haggerty.com.
Well, hey, you know, in that commercial, Nomad's Market.
Yeah, it made me hungry.
I heard you back there going, oh.
I think that was my stomach growling.
That's
looking at those sandwiches.
Great little place to eat. They close at 2 o'clock, but if you're in Morganton, look them up. I mean, I got to tell you.
They have breakfast stuff, right?
They do have breakfast.
I'll never get up for that, but I can be there for lunch.
Well, but breakfast only starts at 9 o'clock.
Well, you know, I could do, if I was working again,
yeah,
I could do a 9 to 2 job.
Well, see, that's like you and I. We really don't, we're retired, but we're kind of semi-retired because you're fixing your house up, I'm fixing my house up, and then we do this.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. 9 o'clock is no big deal to me.
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
I don't get up to.
Well, they do breakfast all day, so you can go in there and get breakfast all day. Just don't get the waffle all the way.
Waffle all the way?
Oh my gosh. It's got everything on it. And it's about that high, whipped cream.
I think we had it on the show.
We did have it on the show.
Huge.
You would be big. You would be big eating that. I'll tell you what, it was like, oh man, what did I get myself into?
Well, I would just get it plain with just maple syrup on it. That's how I like it.
All right.
Well, I'd be happy.
We'll have to go over there and we'll film you and I eat, you know, get the
you get the big one, and I just get the one with
no. We'll get the big one and cut it in half.
I don't like all that other junk on it.
Oh, that's right. You're not a sweet person.
Yeah, well, I am.
Well, you're a sweet person, but you're not a sweet eating person. Yeah, I know. Your wife told me how sweet you are.
Yeah, don't talk to her.
All right. I won't. Coming up is the car auction 2. Now this is where, and it was a hot day. And you spent the first part of it out there, and I felt so bad I switched with you. Yeah. And then I said, I should have never done this.
Well, there just wasn't a breeze or anything.
No.
There was nothing. It was like we were in the bottom of a...
Yeah, an empty pit. Yep. Yeah. I keep leaning one way or the other. I guess I got to...
Which way are you going?
I don't know where I'm going.
You go that way, I'll go this way.
Okay. You're going out of the picture. Yeah, there you are. Laid back.
Okay.
But anyhow,
this way.
The car auction number 2, it's got a little music to it. It's got some pretty nice cars. Just kind of sit back and relax looking at an old car, and I'm sure for people like Clyde and I that are older than most people, we'd like some of those.
I'm younger than some people.
You mean to me?
Maybe.
Maybe. You're right. You are. There aren't many that are as old as I am, but I'm not going to say
it's
that.
crazy, isn't it? We're getting old.
My buddy just, and you haven't met Gil, but Gil, he plays the drums and all this stuff. Like you, yes. Anyhow, he called me last night, we were talking, and his 80th birthday is coming up.
Is this guy up in New York?
No, he's in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
So I got to go to his birthday party.
Right.
And
well, don't say like, I gotta go.
Well, I do have to go. I mean, I feel bad if I don't.
I agree.
You know, I'll put it to you this way. He's 80 years old and I'm catching him. But I was only 2 years behind him. and now we're going to be 3 years behind him. So, but he was he still is, quite the character. And we had a lot of fun together. He lived across the street from me. And he was a big Harley guy, and I was a big, Triumph guy. So we had a lot of laughs. A super nice guy, and loves to play bongos and drums. And he told me he sent out I think he said 150 invitations. People are coming to the birthday party, and he's in a band. He's going to play all night long in the band and sing, and he loves to dance. So, maybe I'll just say, hey, I got a friend, and I'll drag you along.
He may not make it to 81.
He may not.
That sounds like a long evening.
Oh, and then he plays stickball, and then he plays pickleball.
Okay.
And stickball, I used to play with them. They play it on not concrete, but asphalt.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how hot it is in Florida on asphalt?
Yeah, I can imagine.
God, and they play 2 or 3 games on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm done with stickball. So, but I am learning to play pickleball on Thursday.
What is? I've never played pickleball. I don't even know.
Well, you're welcome to come along. We're going to Carrie's at 3 o'clock to play.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
You said that was Thursday?
Thursday.
Man,
you're going to the dentist.
That's my dentist day. I'm taking some little red pills.
Yeah.
They're going to knock my ass out, and Tamara just have to drive me home.
All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Last time I went to the dentist, I think it was World War II.
Do they take you gunpoint or something? Or?
Well, I hate to say this, but I hate dentists.
I don't like doctors, and I don't like dentists, but it's like
If I had my choice, I would go to the dentist to the doctor 24/7 over going to a dentist one day a week. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What? No, get these red pills.
Red pill.
Yeah, they knock you out. You won't even know anything. You just wake up and go, and then somebody drives you home.
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, see, here's the other thing.
Yeah.
You know how cheap I am. Yeah. You told me about your dentist. You went in there, you went in for a cleaning and came out with about $800 difference?
Well, with the cleaning, because of our awesome Medicare, that was like $200 and some odd dollars. But then they recommend, because I'm old, they want us to use those plastic.
Oh, yeah.
What are those?
Cleaners, yeah. The whiteners.
Well, it's not a whitener. It's like the whitener things,
but it keeps your
they
teeth
put
in line?
peroxide and something else in there to help keep your gum lines and everything healthy and whatnot. Because I'm old, they want you to do that. That was like, to do that, it's like $800. And then they said that I've had a hot spot for like 15 years, but I've never gotten it. Yeah. Even the dentist back there said, well, if it's not bothering you, then don't worry about it. When it flares up, you'll know. And then it hasn't. But this dentist, it's a new dentist because I'm new here.
Yep.
He says I should go get it fixed, which is a root canal. And of course, I have to drive dang near to Atlanta to go have a root canal done. So I'll be sure to put that one off as long as I can. But I'm sure that's another $600 or $700.
Yeah, I would venture that. Yeah. I had one root canal. I had to laugh. My wife had one. She was down for about 4 days. I had one. Come home. She goes, well, "Did you get a root canal?" I went, "Yeah, why?"
Yeah, they're not supposed to kill you.
Yeah. So
I had one go bad, and it was bad.
I think that's what happened to her.
Some emergency. They didn't get all the nerves.
Yeah.
Because they have to drill down, and they do the. How do you know?
Yeah.
So they try to get as much nerves as you can, but when all that deadener and everything wears off, and you start, then the pain starts coming in, and you know something's wrong. Then you got to do an emergency thing, and they go in and they do it again.
Well, I'll tell you this: when that time comes, I'll go to the dentist. You can drive me. I'll have 2 red pills.
We're gonna do video, and we're gonna be posting a lot of that stuff on, on YouTube.
Yeah, where you're just, it'll be interesting.
I love you, man.
Oh, God. All right, well, let's go to...
Yeah, how did we get off on that?
I don't know. Where are we? We're on car option number 2, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
sorry, folks. We're having a great time here. I hope you're enjoying it.
I'm ready if you are.
I'm ready.
Well, here's some classic cars that are sitting out in the parking lot waiting to go into the auction. So sit back and enjoy, and we'll put a little music to it. Good job, Clyde.
Yep, some beautiful cars there.
Did you see the interior on some of those cars? It was like a new car. It was beautiful. Better than a new car.
I'm going to tell you, they spend a lot of money when they're, you know, I guess they call it roll and tuck on some of the cars.
I wonder how much that 57, that black and white 57 Chevrolet,
Well, I'll tell you what.
how much that went for.
I don't know, but that was a gorgeous car. And then there was a 58 black Chevy Impala that when we were in school, my buddy Dickie Huss, his father was the general manager of the Chevy dealership in Rochester, New York.
Right.
And for Dickie's graduation, he bought him an immaculate 58, the 58 black Impala.
Did y'all tear it up?
Oh, was it? Everybody, you know, was just drooling and Dickie's driving around like, hey, hi everybody, how you like my car? But yeah, it was a gorgeous car. And
I had a buddy in, I think, I was in, it was early in high school, so what is that? 7th, 9th, so 10th, maybe either 10th or 11th grade, and my buddy, his parents bought him a Shelby Cobra.
Wow.
He gave him a credit card to if he burned the tires off, he can just get new tires or gas or whatever he needed.
Must have been
And you know, like you said, you're just so jealous every time you see him driving down. Plus, it's got that sound.
Yeah.
It's just throaty and just it sounded so good. And you know you're never gonna have that car.
No.
But maybe now, if we put our money together.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I'm trying to think what we could buy. Probably.
Maybe the Volkswagen.
No, that was more than we have now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It would probably have to be like let's see.
What that lady buy that turquoise Ford or that? It was old. It had a convertible. The lady that bought. And what was that?
Oh, it was a Ford. Something like a Caliente or something like that. But anyhow,
yeah,
that was
that's what we can afford.
Yeah, that was the lady that I met on the Thursday.
Right.
Because I went out there to figure out how we're going to set the cameras up and what we were going to do. And she was inside when they were having the auction, you know, just sitting there talking. And she says to me, "Can I use the restroom?" Thinking like I worked there. And I went, "It's not my restroom, but it's right there." So she went in, she used the restroom. She came back, super nice lady. Came back out, said, "Is there a place around here we can get a drink?" So I sent them over to the mountain over there. And I said that, you know, you go to the restaurant there and have a drink. So she introduced herself. She said, "What's your name?" And I said, "My name's Hank." "Oh, my dog's name is Hank." And I went, "Oh, okay."
I should name my dog Hank.
You should, yeah. Never mind. Anyhow, that was the same lady we met when we were leaving.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's over there, she's talking to you and I, and then she looks at me and she goes, "Do you know Hank?" And I said, "Yeah, I know Hank. I'm Hank." What did she say?
She said, "Well, I didn't recognize you with your clothes on." And I'm like, I'm out of here.
I know!
I'm getting Linda, your wife on the phone.
Oh my
Linda,
God, it's like,
Linda, come here now.
Something's wrong here. Anyhow, sweet lady, they bought 2 or 3 cars.
Yeah.
And they bought a boat.
Good to be rich.
Yeah.
Send me your money. I need to be rich.
You know, pretend I'm your dog and just send money over for dog food.
You know what I've discovered? Car auctions are way more fun if you got a lot of money.
Like the guy that looked like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, that guy was cool, but he had I wanted to roll that guy out in the parking lot. He had a pocket full of $1,000 bills.
Yep.
And he was just ready to slap them down, just to mess with his buddies.
You know, that's the fun part of having money, I guess.
I guess so.
Well,
I guess we'll never know.
We might win the lottery. We're still working on the lottery.
Yeah.
By the way, the lottery is down, their website. So I don't know if I won anything.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So if you
I'd look at it, but what is it, Tuesday? So we got to play tonight.
Definitely tomorrow night.
Okay.
Tonight is
Powerball or
no, Powerball's tomorrow night. This is Mega Money tonight.
Mega Money, yeah.
Yeah, we've been giving them all the money and nothing.
It's only
they
a
haven't
few
given
million.
nothing back.
I don't know if I could live with just a few million.
I could.
I need a lot of million.
I could. You know what? If I got $1 million, that would be all right.
If I got 100,000, I'd be happy.
Oh, now you're coming down from the
I know. I went from millions to 100,000 really quick.
All right. Well, you ready to go to the Shiloh?
Shiloh, Shenandoah.
That's what I meant.
I know
it's next to Such's.
So is this a Shenandoah Military Park or is this Shenandoah State Park?
It's a federal park.
National Park? Or
National Park, but I call it Military Park because that's...
So Shenandoah National Forest?
Oh, don't get me into this now. You know. You know. Just
I'm going to play it and then I'll look it up.
All right. You look it up while it's running.
All
Thanks
right.
for getting me into this.
Let's do this.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. What can I say? All right. I'll tell you what. In there, why don't you roll Shenandoah for me?
In Hardin County, Tennessee is the Shiloh National Military Park, the location where one of the Civil War's first battles took place.
Our brothers standing shoulder to shoulder getting killed by the same cannon burst. Families losing all their sons in one day or one battle. It's truly amazing.
On the night of April 5th, 1862, General Johnson amassed his Confederate troops just out of sight of the Union camp. At first light, General Grant found 44,000 Confederate soldiers bearing down upon his men. He had been taken completely by surprise.
This ridge right here is where the Union line was on the first day, Hank. So I guess those first shots fired back there at that field from the artillery must have landed somewhere up in these woods.
The first day of fighting found the Union at a loss. One division under General Prentiss was able to hold a key strategic point that came to be known as the Hornet's Nest. 11 attacks were launched by the Confederate infantry. However, the Union division held for 6 hours until the Confederate artillery lined up 62 cannons, the largest number of cannons ever used until that time, and fired at them point blank. General Buell's Army of Ohio arrived that night, and on the morning of April 7th, the Union troops, with some 23,000 fresh reinforcements, drove the Confederate troops back across the ground they had fought so hard to win just the day before.
Bloody pond right here, Hank. Both sides, the men who came here to drink and bathe their wounds. Men, horses, all died in that pond. The pond was red at the end of the battle. Can you imagine trying to drink that water? But I guess if you didn't have anything else, that's what you had to drink.
In the end, General Grant and General Buell were victorious. The Battle of Shiloh was a key victory for the North, opening the Mississippi Valley to their forces and driving Confederate troops further south. But the cost was high on both sides. Of the 63,000 Union soldiers, about 1,700 were dead and 13,000 were injured. The South also lost about 1,700 men, including General Johnston, and 11,000 more were injured. More soldiers were killed in the Battle of Shiloh than had been killed in all American wars and battles combined to that point. It was now evident that the war would be, in the words of one Union soldier, a very bloody affair.
You'll be busting y'all. Oh, look at that! Oh, here we are. All right. First of all, that Shenandoah National Park is something else. Didn't you tell me you got chills or something? Chills? When he was talking about the bloody pond, there were more people killed in that battle up until that time than any war that had been going since time. And they would fight. And then what they would do, at night they'd all go to the pond and they'd take all the wounded people and they'd try to clean them up. And that's how it got its name, the Bloody Pond. It was full of blood. Now he's telling me all of this, and all of a sudden it's like a ghost was watching me. And the hairs on my arm are standing up and on my neck, and I went,
7 seconds.
Bill, I got bad juju here. I got to get out of here. And like I said, 2 hours later I crashed.
Well, you got a little of the story there in the clip. Basically, the hair stood up on my arms when we went by the bloody pond, as Bill's talking about it. It was kind of like something was just kind of over my shoulders, kind of watching me. And it was just a real freaky feeling. And 2 hours later, I crashed. And
crashed?
Yes. We left there, and we were going to a campground that we were supposed to spend the night in, and we got a late start. So we were hauling, and the camera crew had already left. So they had the Suburban and the trailer and all the equipment, and Bill and I were riding our bikes, and Bill took off in front of me, and as I was going around the turn, an animal ran out in front of me, and I tried to miss him, and I went down a gorge. And
was this during the day or late in the evening?
No, this was probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow. Okay.
So anyhow, now I'm down the bottom of the gorge, and 2 guys evidently had seen me go over, so they stopped their car and they ran down and asked, first of all, am I okay? And I said, yeah, I guess so.
Were you in the bloody pond?
No, this was not. We weren't in the park anymore. We were probably. I would say we were probably about 35 miles away from it. If I was in the bloody pond, I'd have never got out of it.
I know you'd be gone.
But so then the guys look at me and they go, "This is really weird." And I go, "What do you mean?" And they go, "We had a buddy that a month ago went off the same spot you went off and died." And I went, "Oh God." So now the adrenaline's pumping, so we got to get my bike up the hill. So finally Bill comes down And there's 4 of us, and we started, we get it to go up the hill, and I'm hurting. I go like, wow. Anyhow, I cracked 2 ribs.
Oh, that's nice.
And the one side of the bike is all dented in, and we still got 2 more or 3 more areas that we got to go shoot because we're on the Natchez Trace. So now we got to shoot the bike from one side only. It's cold. I couldn't even put my leather jacket on.
Oh no.
You talk about pain pills? Oh.
Bill wouldn't help you get your jacket on?
Oh no, he made fun of me the whole time.
Oh my God.
So anyhow.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, that's Bill for you. Anyhow, it was a scary and kind of a creepy situation. And the whole trip that I went, and I had to laugh because I had to call my insurance company up and say, well, I had an accident. And they asked me what happened, and I told them, and they said, you know, have you been to the hospital? And I said, yeah, I went, and they told me I got a couple cracked ribs. And they said, well, when are you going to bring your bike in? I go, I won't be back for another week and a half because we're out on a shoot. So a week and a half later, I bring my bike in, and they looked at it, and it took quite a bit to fix it up. And for like, well, I would say a good 3.5, 4 weeks. I had a tough time breathing, no less riding.
Is it the same bike you have now?
No.
Different one?
No. As a matter of fact, the bike, that bike is now the one, I'll have to take a picture of my which it says, the sliding Valkyrie. I probably shouldn't talk. People are going to think I'm just a total crasher.
We're going to think that. Don't worry about it.
I crashed that bike on my way to school. And so
Have you crashed this bike that you own now?
No.
Okay.
I haven't had a crash in a long time.
That's good.
But the long and short on that bike there, and we'll have to take a picture of it one day, it was in the centerfold of a magazine. And the insurance company, because it wasn't a Harley, didn't want to give me enough money for it.
Right.
So I told them, give me, I'll tell you what, I'll settle with you, but I get to keep the bike. And because it wasn't a Harley, they said fine. So it took me 2.5 years to put it together with a supercharger and paint it all up and put different things on it. And we went to a motorcycle rally in Tennessee, and when I came out, somebody had put a note on my bike and said, please call us, we'd like to put your bike in a centerfold. And that's the whole story of why they call it the sliding Valkyrie, because I slid it into a mud bog.
Ah, okay.
So anyhow, that was a great bike.
Well, you can't crash now, you know that.
Oh, definitely can't. I can't even fall over now.
Yeah, you're old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those were my crazy days. I mean, I used to race motorcycles. I used to do enduros. It was always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But, the reason it crashed, I was going to school. I was a teacher. I was on my way to go to class, and I thought I left my cell phone on the back of my saddlebag,
yeah.
And I reached around like that, and when I turned back around, it was all over. So,
did you turn the bike when you were reaching around?
Yes, that's what happened.
Oh no!
And I went right off the road, and the bike. And it's funny because I had my leather jacket on, and when I fell, because I raced, I was like a turtle on my back, and I was spinning. And as I was spinning, my bike was flipping. And you just see the parts flying off of it in slow motion.
Oh no.
And then it stuck in the mud. The road was going this way and the bike went this way. And some lady was behind me and she goes, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Could you take me back to my house," which was about 3.5 minutes down the road. She goes, "Sure." I get in her car. I left all sorts of mud there, but she goes, "Oh, don't worry about it." I got my son up. We put my trailer on the car. And by the time I got back there, the fire department was there. The road and bridges was there, and then the state troopers.
Were they looking for a body?
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes. And the thing was, I never turned my bike off, so the light was on. Now the motor was off, but the light was on, and now all these people are walking around the mud, and that's when I had to tell them, "Nah, that's me."
Oh, sorry, it's me.
And thank God the trooper was a super nice guy. He had just left a fatal accident, and he says, "I'm not even going to write you up. Just get your bike out of here and have a great day." So that's
nice.
How lucky I got.
Yeah.
But everybody at school heard I crashed because the kindergarten teacher's husband drove by because he lived near me, and he goes, "I think Hank just crashed his bike and we can't find him." So when I went to school at 10 o'clock that morning, because I was about an hour and a half late, they all thought, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Why?" And they said, "Well, we heard you crashed." And I went, "Oh yeah, I did, but I didn't know they knew." So that's the way it
Holy
goes.
moly.
Those are just little stories, folks, on Hank and his adventures, and I've had quite a few of them. Anyhow,
That's why Tamara says I can't have a motorcycle.
if I can get a Ravaco, which is a trike, out of Germany,
Yeah, we can do that.
let me tell you, to me, that would be the greatest thing in the world. It doesn't look like any of the other trikes. It's got the big Springer front end. It's got stereo on it. It's really nice. If I had one of those, I'd be in Fat City. You'd be in Fat City. You don't have to put your feet down.
Cool.
And they run like mad. And they got a...
I like it because you can roll up to a light. You don't have to worry about...
No. And people love it because they're going like, wow, where'd you get that? And they're taking pictures of it.
Yeah.
I got to call the guy up. He's out of Florida. I got to see what they got there. Maybe.
How much is that going to cost me?
Remember that Roadster?
Yeah. Is the Roadster cheaper?
The Roadster's just a little bit more, but not a lot more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We could probably pick one up for about 35.
All right.
But it's got a Mitsubishi turbo engine in it. It's got the back end is huge, so it's really stable, and you can slide that thing going up in the mountains up here. Man, you can just slide that thing around, and it's just a lot of fun.
Tail of the Dragon.
Yeah, right. Our neighbor went to the Tail of the Dragon. I used to do it all the time to film people. I won't go there anymore.
Why?
Well, you got people on the crotch rockets that are just, they think they're invincible.
I'm going to go on that Jeep.
Well, good.
I haven't been there before, so I just want to...
I'll go with you in the Jeep.
Okay.
All right, we'll film. And I'll guarantee you, you'll see people coming around turns on the wrong side of the road because they were just going too fast and they couldn't control themselves.
Yeah.
So...
You know, if you go with me, you got to ride in the back with Max.
That's no problem. I'll film out the back with Max.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I'll be eating dog biscuits and stuff.
Yeah, he'll like that.
All right. We're carrying on. We don't have Mike here to roll us along, but the show's going pretty good.
That's a good thing.
We've been at. Pardon?
That's a good thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it is.
We're good.
So let's roll a commercial.
Oh, I was going to tell you before we roll on.
Yeah.
It is Shenandoah National Park.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
And it's all about the military and the Civil War.
And veterans and military personnel and veterans get in free. So
And if you buy a national park pass, which you and I both
that's
have,
right.
you can get in also. And I think if you have the pass, you can get 2 or 3 more people in with you.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's it. You know, I keep leaning this way and this way. I just look, the camera's not straight. So that's why I look like I'm tilted.
Wait, what's not straight?
This camera over here, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna adjust by leaning the other way. So people at home, if you keep seeing me move like this,
how do I look?
You look good. You look excellent.
All right.
I'll tell you what. Run the commercial.
Yes, sir.
When the road calls, we answer with our guaranteed value, unparalleled service and expertise, and savings of $264 on average. Haggerty has you covered no matter what's around the bend. Get a quote today at Haggerty.com.
The most famous motor diner on the planet. Born in 1938 in London, England, it was notorious as a place for teenage rockers to hang out on motorbikes. Here in Orlando today, this is the first Ace Cafe in the USA. We're a restaurant, a bar, a concert hall, a place to shop. Basically, we're a gathering place for anybody who likes bikes, cars, and rock and roll.
We opened March of 2019, both me and my husband. Our favorite sandwich. This is the Hitchhiker. It's on Italian garlic herb bread with smoked ham and provolone. The Rambler, also an Italian garlic herb bread with smoked ham, smoked turkey, and cheddar cheese. The Hobo, it's a fried bologna with mustard and white bread. Crowd pleaser is the Nomad. It is smoked ham, smoked turkey, pepperoni, salami, banana peppers, and pepper jack cheese on an Italian garlic herb bread.
As a NASCAR Hall of Fame driver, I appreciate the best. The best engineering, the best design, the best experience. That's why I ride a Harley, and that's why I wear a hog watch. Simple to install, the hog watch actually is my key fob. With style and precision, the hog watch lets me get on and ride. crowd watch. Freedom never looks so good.
Well, here we are.
We're here.
Almost the end of the show, and now I got the camera straight leveled. So I kept saying to myself,
Finally.
why am I leaning? And I kept trying to straighten myself out. One of the legs was crooked.
I thought it was your broken ribs. I thought you
I'm not going through that again. Anyhow, we got a rodeo.
At least we got a rodeo to talk about.
Yeah, and you and I both what? How many rodeos have you been to?
Well, I'm from Texas. I've been to a lot of rodeos. You know, the Astrodome had the rodeo every year, but none as cool as Blue Ridge because it's.
You're right at it.
In the Astrodome, you're way up 8 levels up or something. It's like going to Orlando Stadium or something. Or what's the name of that place?
Thanks.
Orlando.
Oh, come on. Never mind.
Staples.
The arena.
Yeah.
The arena.
But here it's, you just walk right up to the fence if you want to. You're not supposed to, but you can.
Well, I actually was up there filming one of the steers.
Yeah.
And he put his head out there, so I rubbed him. I mean, it was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, you got a little mud, too.
Oh, I got, matter of fact,
oh, you still got mud.
I tried to clean them off. I washed them and everything.
You know, the end that I was on, they put a bunch of hay down.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad. But your end, where the riding bulls were coming out, I don't know if that's what did it, but man, that was like a foot deep in that side. It was bad.
Yeah. And I'll tell you the other thing. I walked out there when the kids were getting ready to go out and do their chase the calf down. And the first thing I did is I stepped in and I went, ooh, I better back up to the fence because I'm sinking in.
Yeah.
And the first kid that ran out ran by me, took 3 steps. His second step, his shoe came off.
Yeah.
And he just looked around, found it, picked it up, and ran with the shoe off. He didn't even put his shoe back on and chased the thing around with one shoe on.
Kids don't care.
There was mud. I might even have it on this when they put the girls out. This girl had her cowboy boots on. She came out, her boot came off. She took 2 or 3 steps and then realized her boot was off.
Oh no.
Turned around, found her boot. Now her sock is full of mud.
Yeah.
And she puts her foot down and puts her boot back
She
on.
doesn't care.
No!
Hey, man, if you're from the country, you don't care. That's just another day out working in the yard or your ranch or whatever.
And how many kids fell in the mud? I counted at least about 5.
There's a lot of cars that are still got mud in the back seat. What I can't believe is how many, they call 8, 9-year-olds out there. I can't believe, when you see the video, it's a sea of kids chasing this cow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was really fun and really fun to watch.
Well, the funny thing is I put that stuff up, I sped it up a little bit just so it wouldn't take too much time.
Okay.
But we got the rodeo, we're going to sit down and do that. We've also got Project Chimps that we're going to edit and work on. And then we've got the car museum and who knows what else.
You got a lot of work to do.
We do. Because you're going to help me with the chips.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because you ran the camera and I ran
Did you get any pictures from that guy?
I haven't got the ones back from him, but I did get them back from Megan, who is their events coordinator. And she sent me 4 of them with the kids for Halloween.
That's nice. Well, I want to see the chimps in the snow. We had some good snow last winter. And they've got a bunch of pictures of the chimps playing in the snow that's supposed to be awesome. So that'd be cool to see.
And like I said, we'll go there and try to shoot their open house, and we'll try to do the, I definitely want to do the Halloween one. So we'll do the Halloween one and have some fun.
You know what's coming up?
I know, don't have to tell me. September is just around. Is this Memorial Day weekend?
No, it's August.
August?
We're still in August.
Yeah, it's near the end of August.
It is, isn't it?
I don't know when it is. Anyhow.
I'll find out when we
All right, we'll run the rodeo, and it's going to be a short clip for the rodeo, a total of about...
and check out the sea of kids. I mean, just a wall of kids. It was bedlam. It was crazy. Ready?
Yep.
Well, guess where Clyde and I went last night? You guessed it, the rodeo. What a great time. Something to do for the kids? a lot to do with the adults, so sit back and go to the rodeo tonight.
Georgia High School Rodeo Association. You go, young lady. All right, Queen, Dairy Queen, thank you very much. Also, Brotherhood Oil getting their money. Look at this. Get your cameras out. Oh, coming back, TJ. That's a good $20. Now heading to the... Oh, we got some down. And kids, that if he only catch one leg on the backside, it is a 5-second penalty. Here we go. See if we can take some luck for these boys. Come on, Thomas, backside. Yeah. Yes, +5. Who cares? There's your new leader. Blanket. Right on the front side, wrap it up, put her on the tree. First one coming out fast. This is Matt Collins, Ranger, Georgia. He's on the front end. He's going to need some help from you. 49 years young. Put it on, one of the best cowboys in the world. Needs some help from you, Blue Ridge. On the far side, Blue Ridge surveillance. He's got a close eye on it. Come on, boys. They might take it away from Blue Ridge Plumbing. Ridge Plumbing. Yes, he looks beautiful. The little American quarter horse wants to get around it. That's how you stick a pocket. A little leg lift. There, she a little correction. She's going to need some help from you. She did it twice. Clean on three. Come on now. Hey, hey. Let's ride on. Samuel. Reround. Oh, this is a good one. Get him. Oh, it's going to be close. This is a good one. Get him. Oh, it's going to be close.
Okay, Saturday night, the 21st. Gates open at 6. Rodeo starts at 8. Don't miss it. A lot of fun for the whole family.
Well, I know one thing that you and I never do in the rodeo.
What, any of it?
No, that bull busting.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Did you see the falls that those guys were taking?
Oh, that last guy that landed like that, our necks would be, we'd just be broken.
We'd be paralyzed.
Yeah.
We'd be paralyzed. But maybe that's why it was so muddy there.
I know the mud would help, but still,
no, it's gotta hurt.
You're just getting crunched.
Yeah, and I saw the one guy that fell off, and he limped over to the barrel, and that for some reason they gave him a rerun. He went back on and got thrown off again. I'm thinking to myself, only once.
I only need to know
that's
it. Yeah.
I don't need a bat that bad. You know?
How about that guy that got flipped off?
Oh, you almost hit the rodeo clown guy there. The guy
I didn't see that. I'll have to
well, the guy next to him was working with the clown to keep the bulls away from those guys. And he almost kicked the guy in the head when he
And those guys are crazy. How would you like that job?
No.
The
announcer I might do. I'm not
but he
sure
was a rodeo clown?
I'm not sure I'd be the clown.
Because he was in the barrel when those bulls came out.
Now last year the barrel got hit.
Yeah.
This year the bull stayed away from him. You notice he threw his hat at him. Wait, it probably wasn't on there, but he threw his hat at him. And the bull just walked right by him and said, you know, I'm done with you. But, hey, good time. Next year we're going to do the rodeo again. And I got to tell you, like Clyde said, you're right up close.
And we messed up.
We did?
Yeah. Remember the rodeo kind of over and we're going, okay, let's go get a pizza at Domino's. Everything in Blue Ridge, I guess, closes at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And at the rodeo, they had funnel cakes.
I know.
And they had all kinds of stuff.
Pizza.
Did they have pizza?
I saw a guy walking in front of us with a pizza.
Why didn't we just get something there? It was right there.
I'm not going to say why, because we're goofy.
Yeah.
I have money than you. Yeah. You were talking to your neighbor.
Oh, that's right.
And I forgot. So,
yeah.
You know, what the heck. But, I got some things that we need to talk about.
Let's do.
All right, first of all, the North Georgia Highland Seafood Festival that was supposed to be coming up and being on now, they canceled it.
I hate this new wave, new strain or whatever, COVID coming out.
I'll tell you what, it's not good. I know they did it, you know, to be on the safe side, but this is the second year in a row that they've canceled it.
Yeah.
And it is a super fair.
It's a shame.
But it's canceled, so anybody that didn't know about it, yes, they canceled it. Now I'm going to tell you about some places that are open that you can go to and have some fun. First of all, and I was telling you today, we were in Blairsville and we went to lunch at G&G.
G&G.
G&G Bakery.
I want to go.
And it closes at 2 o'clock. Excuse me. And the grill shuts off at 1:30. And Linda had a half a sandwich, which was, I want to say, a ham sandwich, lettuce and tomato, and a soup. The meat was, I don't know if you can see it, I'll put it down here, that thick. It was
2 inches
huge.
thick.
Yes. I had to laugh watching her try to get it in her mouth. I got a Reuben, and the Reuben was huge. So I thought maybe next time I go, what I'm going to do is I'll buy whatever sandwich my wife wants. We'll buy a whole one, and then I'll get the soup that I want, and she can get the soup that she wants.
Okay.
And I'll have the sandwich and soup. But a great place to go. It was my first time in there. Mike told me about it.
Right.
I went there last Friday. It was closed last Friday because I don't know why, but it was closed.
Happened, yeah.
I saw the lady today, and she told me that was the first time she had closed, and since she's been open, which has been.
I wonder if it's because of this, and nobody can get help to work.
I don't know if it was help or, you know, sometimes you can't even get product in anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I'm not sure what it was, but you walk in the door, and when you go in, the first thing you see is the bakery counter.
But do they have like brownies and cookies?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I got 2 donuts.
See, I like that place already.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go there.
Okay.
Anyhow, you walk in, and then they have 2 people at the counter. And when you go in, and I saw the people standing there, I thought they were ordering their donuts and all that other stuff. But what you do is you walk in, you order your food, and then you can go sit down. As the lady said to me, when I went up there, I said, I'm new here, what do we do? And she goes, well, first of all, we'll let you order your food, but then you got to pay for it, and then we'll let you sit down.
So that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Anybody sitting down, they're paid.
They're already paid.
Yeah.
But it was really, it was quick too. We put our order in, we sat down, got ourselves some drinks. Linda and I were talking a little bit, and the guy says, where's Hank? Oh, here he is, and the food came.
That's good.
And the food was good, let me
I
tell
like
you.
that. I like that kind of service.
And I don't know if you like Reuben's or not, but that's with the sauerkraut and the Thousand Island dressing. Let me tell you, you don't have to get the sauerkraut if you don't want to.
Okay, good.
But the they didn't spare on anything. The cheese, the Thousand Island dressing, everything was great. So if you're in Blairsville, give it a shot. If you go in, surprise the lady and say the guy from Cycle Fever TV sent you there, and Clyde and Hank, and maybe, who knows, they'll give Clyde a cookie next time we're in there. What do you think?
I'll take a cookie.
It? Okay. Another thing that's open that you can do, that's a lot of fun for the family, and that's the Blue Ridge Scenic Railroad. It runs from Blue Ridge to McKaysville, and then I think you got 2 hours or 3 hours in McKaysville, and then the train takes you back. Now, Clyde and I can verify this. If you're a local, don't go when the train pulls in at 11 o'clock.
Not good. Not good.
Every store opens at 11 o'clock. The train lets off. It was like
the city
people all over the place.
Yeah, the city goes from a population of 50 to 8 million.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like
Every restaurant we went to was jam-packed.
Packed.
Damn jam-packed. The train pulls in, and the train goes to a place called Riverwalk in McKaysville, and that's where Twisted Tomato is, and...
Brun.
Oh, gosh.
Bun.
Yeah, we're close. Bora Bora.
Bora Bora, there you go.
Bora Bora. There were two great places, and then inside that whole mall is a whole bunch of stores.
Shops, yeah.
And do you remember the name of the music venue place?
Oh, if you hadn't asked me.
I did.
Toonies.
Toonies. Yeah. Friday night and Saturday night they have music at Toonies. Big place. They probably put, I'm going to say minimum 200 people in there. So it's a good place if you want to go listen to music. You and I still have got to go there on either a Friday night or Saturday night. And then the last place, and this, I got to call him up. Now that the seafood festival has been canceled.
Right.
Because he always plays there, Tommy Townsend. And he has Granddaddy Mims's Distilling Company. Let me tell you. He moved from one place to a much larger place. And his distilling factory has tripled.
Wow.
And
you know why?
Yeah, because people like to drink.
Well, that.
Yeah.
And also because of you.
Oh, because of me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where you filmed that guy's butt crack.
No, that was Grumpy Old Men.
Oh,
yeah, now that's another place we got to go back to, is Grumpy Old Men. This is in Blairsville, Grumpy Old Men's in Blue Ridge. And you had to bring that up, right? Nobody would have noticed that.
That was so funny, I died laughing when I saw it.
I know, the first thing you had to do is call me up and tell me about it. But, those are some places you can go, you can have some fun. I know that, this new strain of COVID's getting a lot of people down.
Right.
But don't let it wreck your lives. Always look on the bright side of things. Clyde and I always do. And, sometimes you get down and you just if you need to call somebody, don't be afraid to call somebody, a friend or a neighbor, and talk to them. Don't just sit there and let stuff like this get you down.
Hank will talk to anybody. Trust
That's true, I will, but they don't know my number, so I'm safe. No, don't be giving it out. I mean, I'm in enough trouble now. I got to call.
I can't memorize it. I'd have to look it up.
Well, I got to call Crazy John back up because his son's broken down in Clayton, so we might.
I wonder if that's why Kevin tried to call.
No, Kevin's coming here next week on Monday.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see Kevin. That's my son, Kevin. He'll be here on Monday. You got the shout-outs?
I do. I have two of them.
Yeah, let me guess. Okay. One begin with M.
Yeah.
And one begin with R?
I'm going to combine those.
Okay, good.
So I have another one besides
that. Oh, good. Go ahead.
But, of course, actually I want to do a shout out to Homeward Bound Rescue Group. And they're in Blue Ridge, and that's where we got Max, our new rescue dog from.
Okay.
And they've got a bunch of ladies and guys that work there and at the shelter, and they actually rescued the dog that we got. He was from south of Atlanta in a kill shelter, and he was on the EU list. So he was a day or two away from being, but places like Homeward Bound brings them in, and we went and got him, brought him up here, and boom, it's working out great for us because he's a cool laid-back dog. So anyhow, welcome Max to the Deering family. And my second shout out, I want to.
Wait a minute, you left one dog out.
Well, I know Ruby, but she's got a lot of attention, so I'm going to go with Max's.
Something happened to the camera, it died. So,
man, I talked too much.
Come on over here. Yeah, bring a chair. This is going to be interesting, folks, because
this one is important.
Yeah, okay.
I never get to sit over here.
You're too tall.
Well, maybe
Slim down a little. Holy God. You make me look like a dwarf. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The second one is my, I got a lot of brothers.
I didn't know you had a lot of brothers. I knew you had a big family.
Like 50,000, I've got like 50,000 brothers.
Or
more.
Yeah, from the service.
Yeah, 82nd Airborne.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's who's going over to Afghanistan right now. I think they've sent at least 7,000 82nd Airborne troops over to Afghanistan. I'm not sure what they're getting into, but anyhow, I want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't like talking politics, but
I don't either.
we sure did goof up that withdrawal. I just feel bad for everybody that's over there that's trying to get out.
It's a mess. It's horrible.
Yep, it is.
And then, we don't get all the equipment we left over.
Oh,
He just left it
I
for
know.
bad people to get. You know, it'd be like handing me a tank or a bazooka. We're going to play with it.
You betcha.
We're probably going to blow something up.
Yeah, it's a
But
shame.
Now we're getting bad people.
Good luck to those guys.
You're on your own.
No, where you going? All right, go ahead, go back there.
Oh yeah, I don't really have a screen anymore, so.
No, well, you do have a screen if you put up,
I can put a battery in there.
Yeah, you could, but you won't. So anyhow.
I'm technically.
You're technically challenged. I understand.
Yeah, but
Well, this next one is a shout out to Mike Blanchett. He's one of the hosts that we have in Orlando, and Mike's mom passed away. So Mike, the group up here, sends their prayers and their condolences. Sorry about your mom. You know, it's a, I don't know what to say. I'm just sorry that, you know, what happened.
Me too.
And other than that, well, I'm going to do a shout out to Crazy John because he called during the show. And I guess his son broke down in Clayton, Georgia, so I got to give him a call and see if we can go help him out. And other than that, always to the first responders.
Oh, good. Really good. I'm just keeping you on track. What about here?
Okay, that's all right. And to Mike, wherever you are, Mike Lamb, you know, you miss so many days, you got to pay us.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, next lunch is on you.
Lunch, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
G&G?
Now, I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to run back so we can close the show off?
Nope.
All right. So anyhow, let me get this chair out of here. All right. Like we always say, join the adventure and enjoy the ride. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And if Clyde can find the closing, which should be...
All right.
You got it? Put the closing on. Everybody, thank you so much. Enjoyed talking to you today. And have a great, great week and weekend.
Bye-bye.